Deontay Wilder talks about Shannon Briggs failing a Vada test, along with, quote, bodybuilder Anthony Joshua, and more. Stay tuned. Boxingego here. If you like this video, make sure you hit the like button and also subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon on the top of your screen to get notified when the latest new content drops. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Before I get started, I gotta say shout out to my dudes, Ak and Barack, the sweet scientists. They work with thisis50.com. They have an excellent show, and I'm gonna tell you guys straight up. Me, I don't vouch for a lot of people in this shit business. You know what I mean? And I know dudes, they're good-natured dudes. They break down the fights. They have character and personalities and stuff like that. So make sure you check them out. I've linked. I'm not stealing their shine, so I'm not gonna play their clips or anything like that. But the link is in the description. This is 50, the sweet scientist. They did an interview with Deontay Wilder. Great stuff. Make sure you subscribe to thisis50.com and check out that link in the description for the full interview. I just want to give my thoughts on the interview and what parts I picked out. Now, Deontay Wilder was a special guest. He was in New York and he caught up with them. He talked about a plethora of different things, obviously the heavyweight division, and said some good stuff. This was a really good interview. It's an exclusive interview. Wilder was talking about how a lot of people criticized him. He had a run-in New York, I believe, also a year and a half or so ago with Shannon Briggs. And Shannon was like, yeah, I said, yeah, let's go, champ. You know what I mean? Shannon Briggs was running up on everybody. Klitschko, David Haye, Wilder, anybody can get it, right? And he says, a year and a half ago, I told people that he was on something. And when I criticized people like Povetkin or Shannon Briggs, they said, oh, it's because you don't want to fight him. You're scared. He's like, listen, I don't duck or dodge nobody. That's not what Deontay Wilder does. And I told people a year and a half ago about that Shannon Briggs was on something, and then he fails the test. But Deontay Wilder, I really like him as an American champion because he's no punk, clearly. He does some trash talking, but he also seems like he can have a regular interview and just overall a good head on his shoulders. He has charisma because he really could have went in more so than what he did on Shannon Briggs. You know what I mean? Kick a man while he's down. He failed a drug test. But I didn't feel like he took it there. He gave his opinion, and that was that. Like, he was talking about, he's like, yeah, he said it's just unfortunate because you 45 years old, and he says, I always told people to do things that work. So if you trash talking got you to the level and get you a title shot or whatever, do it. If it's not working, then you don't really need to be doing that. But obviously in Shannon Briggs' case, it worked. He's 45. He garnered some interest in the trash talk and let's go champ, and moved and motivated people. And then now he finally gets the opportunity and kind of gets squandered because he failed a drug test. So Wilder was basically saying, like, you 45, you did all this, put in all this work, talked yourself into a title shot. You were going to get a WBA title shot versus Fresh Sequindo, and then you fail a drug test and it goes viral. And the sweet scientists were just talking about how it kind of shames, and they know Shannon Briggs too, so they weren't bashing him, but they're saying it kind of shames and like it hampers all the work you put in. A lot of people looked up to Shannon Briggs as a role model and stuff like that. A good, positive dude, goes to Whole Foods and eats well and lives a clean-cut lifestyle, and you fail a drug test. So they said, well, they're going to wait for his side of things and his response. So it was a good watch hearing what Deontay Wilder had to say regarding the Shannon Briggs situation. We'll see what happens with the B sample. I've already done several videos out on it, but he also said some things. He talked about Vladimir Klitschko, Anthony Joshua, and he says his mind was with Klitschko. He was thinking Klitschko was going to win. He was there, but his heart was with Joshua because he felt basically that's better for boxing. Two younger guys instead of a 41-year-old. If he got to fight Wilder and Joshua, he thinks that is better for boxing because they're both in prime, youthful, undefeated, stuff like that. And I totally agree with that. I think them, you know what I mean, if he wouldn't, let's say hypothetically, because I know a lot of people get mad, like, no way Wilder beats Klitschko. Hypothetically, if Wilder knocked out Klitschko, then what would people say? Oh, he's 41. You know what I'm saying? So obviously, you beat an undefeated Joshua, that's a different ballgame. Or if Joshua beats an undefeated Wilder, different ballgame. But I really like Wilder's head and attitude. He called Joshua a bodybuilder, similar to Tyson Fury. And he said some interesting things. He says he doesn't believe Joshua played any sports and is athletically gifted. He said a lot of people, they criticize my style, but they don't understand it. They don't know my style. They don't know that I'm having fun and I'm an athletic dude. I'm awkward. I got power, stuff like that. He believes that Joshua, he can beat him in any sport. You know what I mean? He says he says Joshua's like a big dude or whatever. He got in the gym, someone took notice to him and they kind of cultivated him. But he believes, it sounds like, my takeaway, it sounds like he believes that he's more naturally inclined and naturally gifted than Joshua. And like I said, they're talking about Joshua is likely going to fight Klitschko and after that maybe fight Kubrat Pulev. So to me, it doesn't look like Team Joshua wants to fight Wilder just yet. And that's just what it is, because the man's on the horn. He keeps calling you out. He keeps saying he wants to fight. He says you're a bodybuilder and he can beat you in any sport. He's more athletic and things like that. And instead of going against your mandatory straight away like Kubrat Pulev, you're doing a money fight, which I don't really think you need to do. The Klitschko, we seen what happened in the Klitschko fight. And that's the fight they're taking. So that's just my personal opinion. But I would love to see it. Joshua has a shot against Wilder, vice versa. Anytime you got that much power in them gloves, you don't know. It could be a matter of game planning and who lands first, whoever lands the big bomb. I would say Joshua is more technical in his style, but there's things he has to watch out. Wilder has a killer right hand. He'll put you into comatose with that. You know what I mean? Like he'll have you having a seizure on the ground. And Joshua was a sucker for the right versus Klitschko, who I don't believe hits as hard as Wilder. Klitschko has power, don't get it twisted. He has like 50 knockouts or something crazy. But I think Wilder's just overall more aggressive. The way he throws his punches is like more, I would say, reckless, but I think it generates, for that reason, it generates more power. And he has a longer wingspan, just overall pretty big. You know what I mean? I think he's an inch taller than Klitschko, stuff like that. So Joshua can't look like he looked versus Klitschko, where he was a sitting duck for 3 rounds trying to recover, trying to get some gas back in that gas tank and refill, because Wilder will take full advantage, and he's younger and he's more aggressive naturally, style-wise. So like I said, Joshua Klitschko, that was a good fight, but I want to see Joshua Wilder. That's the real fight. Wilder also said something that was pretty interesting to me. He says, although he did the Sky Sports, my dude Ak was giving a prop saying, hey, you do a good job commentating. He says that's not really his lane. He said he does it, you know what I mean, if he gets hired or just to be in the environment of boxing and his division, what's going on. But he said he doesn't really prefer to do that. He said that's not one of his strong suits. But I like it. I think that I like the way he breaks down fights, and he just, you know what I mean, cool dude, kickback conversation. And this was a good watch to me. So I highly suggest you guys check it out. Check out my dude Sweet Scientist, holding it down for the NY, holding it down for the East Coast. And let me know what you guys think of Wilder. Me, I want to see Wilder in the big fight this year, right? And I think Joshua is that fight. That's a huge fight. But I really don't think Team Joshua wants it straight away. Like I think they got to pursue mandatories, and they'd rather fight Klitschko next. You know what I mean? But it's my opinion. Let me know what you guys think. This50.com has the full exclusive. Drop it in the comment section. Make sure you share the video, like the video. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, is Ego signing off. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button. And you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxingego, the future of boxing.